Ralph, he has what we call a cherry eye, which is a prolapse of the lacrimal gland. It's coming out from behind his third eyelid, and we are just going to make a nice pocket and replace that. So I've just made a nice iodine solution to flush with. It's a very low concentration iodine solution. And we are just, he's still a little bit awake, but we can just do like a nice flush that whole area here. Clean the eye out in case there's any bacteria in there. And give it a good nice flush with all that goopy stuff that's come out of there. This is just prepping for before surgery. And we don't need to shave any of the hair around here because I'm going to use a drape. There we go. Nice and clean. Just stick this in here. I have placed some local anesthetic in his eye as well, so he can't feel any of this. We stick a little catheter in there, give it a nice clean. There we are. And we're just cleaning with some iodine solution. I'm going to do another flush with some saline. I'm going to put a nice drape over there. I'm going to sort you out. Reaction from there.
Okay, doctor, so you're about to start this entropion exercise here?
It's a cherry eye.
Sorry, cherry, not an entropion. What is the difference between cherry eye and entropion?
So an entropion has got to do with the eyelids rolling in, touching the cornea.
Yeah.
And the cherry eye has got to do with the gland that sits behind the third eyelid. This is your third eyelid right here. Okay.
Wow.
And then there's a little gland, that's a lacrimal gland, so it produces tears. And it's just popped out from behind it. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to stitch it so that it pops back down in like that. It looks like that.
So it's very interesting. Many of us thought that you guys removed that completely.
No, never, ever, because this produces tears. So you're
So that's how some dogs end up with starry eye, right?
Yeah, you're going to land up with dry eye. So
right.
I'm just using, there is local anesthetic in this eye, so it looks a bit scary, but there is actually local anesthetic on there. So we're just going to grab the third eyelid on either side here with these nice little hemostats, just so that I can see what's going on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an incision on this side of the gland, and then on the other side of the gland make a little pocket and stuff it back in the pocket, stitch it close.
Looks amazing. Good luck, doctor.
This incision along the conjunctiva. We're going to make that pocket. Careful not to cut into the gland. I'm going to use very fine scissors. Try and open that up. Nice little line there. Slightly deeper incidence, because that thick conjunctiva is a big boy. Be very careful not to cut into the gland itself. Pocket for it. Alright, that's on the one side, and then we're going to make another incision on the other side. Just through the conjunctiva. The conjunctiva bleeds really easily. nice pocket and put it inside the pocket. Okay. Pause it.
Go.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to grab, we've made a nice little pocket here. I'm just going to grab the sleeve from the other side that I've created. I'm just going to grab this bit right here. And then we are going to suture it to the section against the eyelid, just behind the third eyelid. And sew it closed while we push that gland in there. Just make this. I'm just going to go out. Just get a bit of placement. It's very fatty business, this. What's going to happen is this guy is going to go in that little pocket over there, and I'm going to stitch this nicely closed, and that's what we're aiming for. A nice pocket and stitching it closed. Alright. There we go, and we are just stitching that pocket closed, so when I apply tension you can see that it closes over really nicely. There we go, closing it up nicely. Conjunctiva that I've created a flap with, a nice little pocket.
Oxygen saturation is very good at 100. CO2 is 53. Rest of the temperature is fine. Heart rate's
Well done.
steady, so I'm happy
Happy
with
our
it.
little flap.
Eyes are so much better. You know, that big protruding mass, you know. You've post-recovery, he's doing so well. I'm so happy for you, young man. That's just fantastic.
Please feel free to call the Noahs Ark team for any type of support that you might need. We have a state-of-the-art facility set in 55 acres. We also have paddocks that clients can use for running their dogs. And due to our sort of historic ability to handle the more powerful working dogs, we specialize in that aspect.